I remember the exact moment my card was declined. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a soft beep, and then silence. The cashier froze for half a second. Long enough to look at the screen. Long enough to look at me differently. No one said anything, but everyone understood. The person behind me sighed. Someone shifted their weight. Someone else suddenly found their phone very interesting. I stood there holding my bag, knowing I had exactly $0, and realizing something worse than being broke. I wasn't embarrassed because I had no money. I was embarrassed because, in that moment, I stopped existing. People didn't argue with me. They didn't insult me. They didn't even acknowledge me. They just erased me. And that was the day I learned something no one warns you about. When you have nothing, people don't turn against you. They pretend you were never there. I didn't know it then, but that moment was the beginning of my return. It didn't happen all at once. That's what made it harder to notice. At first it was subtle, almost polite. Messages that used to get an instant reply started taking longer. Hours, then days, then not at all. I would see the seen notification and still hear nothing back. People I used to talk to every week suddenly had full schedules, busy lives, important things to do. Conversations became shorter, safer. Like everyone was afraid to stay too long. I noticed it in the way people looked at me. Not directly, just long enough to register, and then look away. Their voices changed too, lower, careful, as if I were fragile, as if my situation were contagious. One morning I walked into a room and said, "Good morning." 3 people answered, but not to me. They answered each other. I stood there smiling, realizing I had become background noise. At work, meetings started moving forward without me. Ideas I shared were acknowledged with a nod, and then repeated later by someone else. No credit, no pushback, just silence. In rooms where decisions were made, my name stopped appearing. Not because I had failed, not because I had changed, but because my balance had. I became someone people talked around, someone included only when it was unavoidable. And when I was included, it felt like an obligation. The strangest part was the politeness. No one insulted me. No one raised their voice. No one said anything cruel. They smiled, they nodded, they moved on, which somehow hurt more, because cruelty can be confronted. Silence cannot. When people stop disagreeing with you, stop challenging you, stop expecting anything from you, it means they've already decided you no longer matter. And once you notice that shift, you can't unsee it. Every quiet pause, every unanswered message, every conversation that ended too quickly, it followed me home. It followed me into empty rooms. And that's when I realized something terrifying. Being broke didn't make me invisible. People deciding I was no longer worth noticing did. The moment itself was small. That's what makes it impossible to forget. There was no argument, no raised voices, no dramatic pause. Just a sentence. We were standing near the door. That awkward place where conversations slowly fade, where people check their phones and start thinking about what comes next. Someone shifted their keys in their hand. Metal against metal. A nervous sound. And then they said it. "Let's talk again." They hesitated, just long enough for the room to lean in. "When you're in a better position." They smiled as they said it. A soft smile, careful, controlled. The kind of smile people use when they believe they're being reasonable. I remember waiting for the room to react, for someone to question it, to laugh it off, to change the subject. No one did. No gasps, no discomfort, just relief. Relief that someone had finally said what everyone else had been thinking. I nodded. Of course I did. I even said, "I understand." The words left my mouth before I fully realized what they meant, because what I understood in that moment had nothing to do with timing. It had everything to do with value. I understood that my words didn't carry the same weight anymore. That my presence had become optional. That my ideas were now inconvenient. I looked around the room. People avoided eye contact. Not out of guilt, out of closure. As if a decision had finally been made. That's when my chest tightened. Not with anger, not even with sadness, but with something quieter. I could feel myself shrinking. That instinct to take up less space, to speak less, to disappear politely. My face felt warm. My hands suddenly didn't know where to rest. My mind searched for something intelligent to say. But how do you argue with a sentence that was never meant to be discussed? How do you defend your worth when everyone has already decided it's conditional? So I did what people do when they don't want their humiliation to become visible. I smiled. I thanked them for their time. I wished them well. and I walked away. The sound of my footsteps followed me down the hallway. Too fast, too loud. The elevator doors closed with a dull thud. When you're in a better position. The sentence stayed with me, on the ride down, on the walk home, in the quiet of my apartment. It wasn't just about money. It was about being reduced to a number, to a situation, to a temporary inconvenience, as if everything I had been, my experience, my effort, the years I had given, had suddenly stopped counting. That was the moment something shifted inside me. Because humiliation doesn't always arrive with cruelty or confrontation. Sometimes it arrives softly, wrapped in politeness, delivered with a smile. And those are the moments that don't just hurt. They quietly change how you see yourself. And that was only the beginning. That night, the apartment felt louder than usual. Not with sound, with emptiness. Every light I turned on made the silence more obvious. I sat on the edge of the bed and opened my banking app, even though I already knew what I'd see.
0.
Not almost, not just for now.
0.
I closed the app, opened it again, as if the number might change if I looked at it long enough. I started doing math the way people do when they're trying not to panic. Rent, utilities, food. I stopped counting money and started counting days. 3. 3 days before rent was due. That number followed me through the apartment. I didn't tell anyone how bad it really was. Not my family, not my friends. I learned how to answer questions without answering them. How are things going? Busy? Are you okay? Yeah, just tired. I became good at sounding stable while everything underneath felt fragile. At night, my mind replayed conversations I wished I could rewrite. The sentence by the door, the polite smile, my quiet, I understand. I imagined different endings, versions where I spoke up, where I defended myself. But every version ended the same way, with the realization that words wouldn't have changed anything. Because the problem wasn't what I said. It was what I didn't have. I stopped answering calls after a certain hour. Stopped checking messages right away. Stopped going places where people might ask questions I wasn't ready to answer. Silence felt safer. But silence has a way of turning on you. And that quiet fear showed up. Not the loud kind that makes you run. The quiet kind that sits in your chest and waits. Fear of staying invisible. Fear of being remembered as someone who almost made it. Fear of becoming exactly what everyone already assumed I was. There were nights I lay awake listening to my own breathing, counting it like a metronome. In, out. 3 days. 2. I stared at the ceiling, thinking about how easily people had moved on. How quickly I had been replaced. Forgotten. And for a brief moment, I believed them. I believed this was it. That this was the version of me the world had decided to keep. That thought sat heavy in my chest. And then something else appeared. Not hope. Not motivation. Fear, not of failing again, but of staying exactly where I was. That fear felt different. Sharp, clear. It cut through the noise. And that was the moment everything stopped getting worse. Not because things improved, but because I realized I couldn't survive another day believing I deserved to disappear. And that realization was the edge of something new. Nothing dramatic happened the next morning. There was no clarity, no confidence, no version of me that woke up feeling ready. I woke up tired, still afraid, still unsure. But something had shifted. I stopped explaining myself. Not loudly, not defiantly. I just stopped. I stopped filling silences with excuses. Stopped justifying choices that didn't need defending. Stopped trying to make people comfortable with my reality. That alone felt unfamiliar. Later that day, someone asked, "So, what's your plan now?" The old version of me would have rushed to answer. Would have softened the truth. Would have tried to sound impressive. Instead, I paused. I felt the silence stretch, just for a second. And I said, "I'm working on it." Nothing more. No details, no apology. The conversation moved on. And for the first time, I didn't feel smaller afterward. I noticed how often I used to speak before I even knew what I thought. How quickly I filled space so no one would question my value. So I slowed down. I listened more than I spoke. Not because I was afraid, but because I wanted to see clearly. I started paying attention to patterns I had ignored for years, where my time disappeared, where my energy went without returning. I saw how often I had confused being useful with being valued, how I had stayed loyal to systems that had no intention of protecting me. There was no announcement, no declaration of change. No one noticed. That was the point. I began making small decisions that looked insignificant from the outside, unimpressive, almost forgettable. I chose what to learn based on what I needed, not what sounded impressive. I asked questions quietly. I wrote things down no one would ever see. I practiced skills without telling anyone I was practicing. Most days felt ordinary. Too ordinary. There were no signs that anything was working. No external proof, no reassurance. Just repetition, mistakes, and doubt. Sometimes I wondered if all this quiet effort was leading nowhere. But slowly, something else began to change. Not my circumstances. Me? I noticed how I stopped apologizing before speaking. How I paused instead of rushing to fill space. How I became comfortable not being immediately understood. I didn't feel confident. I felt grounded. And that felt dangerous. Because grounded people don't ask for permission. They don't rush to prove themselves. They don't panic when they're ignored. They build, quietly. No one around me suspected anything. They still saw the same version of me. The one they had already categorized. Already dismissed. They had no idea I had stopped trying to be seen. And that I had started preparing to return differently. Growth doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel heroic. It doesn't look impressive. Most days felt repetitive, unremarkable, easy to quit. I followed routines no one cared about. Woke up early. Went to bed tired. Did the same things again and again without any guarantee they would matter. I learned quickly that effort and progress are not the same thing. So I started tracking everything. Time, expenses, mistakes. I stopped guessing and started measuring. Weeks passed before anything changed. Then one morning, a notification appeared on my phone. A small deposit. Not life-changing, not impressive, but real. I stared at the screen longer than I needed to. It wasn't the amount that mattered. It was the proof. For the first time in months, something I had built quietly had returned something tangible. I didn't celebrate. I didn't tell anyone. I wrote the number down and went back to work. More deposits followed. Uneven, unpredictable. Some weeks were better. Others disappeared completely. I learned how fragile progress can be. Just when things started feeling stable, one opportunity collapsed. No warning, no explanation. A conversation that had felt promising ended with a short message. We've decided to go in another direction. I stared at the screen, feeling the old panic rise. That familiar urge to scramble, to explain, to beg for clarity. For a moment I considered taking a shortcut. Something easy, something fast, something that didn't feel right. It would have solved the problem temporarily. It also would have put me right back where I started. I didn't take it. That decision cost me time, sleep, comfort, but it bought me something else. Trust. Not in people, in myself. I adjusted instead of reacting. Changed the structure, refined the process, removed what wasn't working. I learned how systems behave under pressure. Who gets rewarded, who gets ignored, who stays visible, and who builds leverage quietly. Progress started showing up in subtle ways. An email answered faster than before. A conversation where I wasn't interrupted. A meeting where my words weren't dismissed. Small shifts, easy to miss if you weren't watching closely. Then came the setbacks. Moments where I had to start over without telling anyone I had already tried. Those moments hurt more than the original fall, because now I knew what was possible, and I had to let it go. But something was different this time. I didn't panic. I didn't chase validation. I waited. I moved when it mattered, and stayed still when it didn't. Slowly, the fear that used to follow me everywhere began to loosen its grip. Not because I was fearless, but because I trusted myself to handle whatever came next. That trust changed everything. My posture shifted, my voice settled. Silence no longer felt like rejection. I wasn't invisible anymore, not to myself. Time passed. Not in a dramatic montage, just quiet accumulation. Choices stacked on top of choices. Until one day, almost without noticing, I realized I wasn't surviving anymore. I was positioning myself for something I couldn't see yet. But I could feel it approaching. And when it arrived, it would force me to return to the one place I never expected to face again. The place where I had been erased. I didn't plan the moment. That's what made it impossible to forget. The invitation arrived quietly. No urgency, no ceremony. Just a reason to return to the same building I once left, trying not to look small. Standing outside, I noticed details I had ignored before. The door felt heavier. The glass reflected my face differently. The noise inside sounded distant, muted. Nothing had changed, except me. As I walked in, familiar faces moved through the space with the same confidence they always had. Some looked straight past me. Some didn't recognize me at all. And for a brief second, a dangerous thought crossed my mind. What if this was it? What if I was still invisible? I let it pass. I had learned how to stand without needing reassurance. The conversation continued around me. Voices overlapped. Papers changed hands. Then a number was mentioned. A pause followed. Not dramatic, just enough. Eyes shifted. Someone asked a question. Not casually, not politely. To me, I answered calmly. Clearly, no rush, no hesitation. The room adjusted. The way attention settles when it realizes it should have been paying attention sooner. Questions followed. Specific ones. The kind you ask when something actually matters. No one interrupted. No one rushed me. They listened. And that's when I noticed it. The same people who once spoke around me were now waiting. The same room that had made me feel optional had become careful. No one apologized. They didn't bring up the past. They didn't need to. It was sitting there with us, heavy, unspoken. They remembered the woman who walked away quietly. They didn't recognize the one standing there now. I didn't correct them. I didn't remind anyone of the sentence by the door. When you're in a better position. There was no need. Because the power had shifted without permission. I noticed it when I said no to something I once would have accepted out of fear. The room adjusted again. I noticed it when I chose something else. Something aligned with me. And no one questioned it. I wasn't asking. I was deciding. At one point, someone slid a document across the table. I glanced at it. My name was already there. Not in the margins. Not in the footnotes. On the contract. That's when it happened. A brief flicker in someone's expression. Not anger, not guilt. Recognition. The moment they realized they had misjudged me. That their certainty had been wrong. And the most surprising part? I felt nothing. No satisfaction, no urge to prove anything. Just distance. Clarity. I wasn't there to rewrite the past. I wasn't there to reclaim dignity. I already had it. I was there because I had options now. Because I could choose to be. And when I walked out of that building, I didn't rush. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. Because the place where I had once disappeared no longer had the power to define me. I didn't walk out feeling victorious. There was no rush of pride. No urge to call anyone. No need to tell the story again. Just calm. The kind of calm that comes when you finally stop negotiating your worth. For a long time, I thought the hardest part had been losing the money. I was wrong. The hardest part was becoming invisible. Losing relevance. Losing the right to be heard. Watching people adjust their tone as if my presence had quietly become inconvenient. Being invisible teaches you things no success ever will. It shows you who listens only when it benefits them. Who disappears when there's nothing to gain. Who stays polite while slowly erasing you. I learned how conditional respect really is. I used to believe that being seen meant being valued. Now I understand the difference. Visibility is temporary. Value is built quietly. Some people only notice you when ignoring you becomes too expensive. That realization used to hurt. Now it doesn't. Because I don't need to be visible to everyone anymore. I don't need to explain my choices. I don't need to prove that I survived. I already know I did. What matters is that I never disappear from myself again. Not in silence. Not in fear. Not in the hope that someone else will finally acknowledge me. I didn't come back to be recognized. I didn't come back to be forgiven. I didn't come back to remind anyone of who I was. I came back because I outlived the moment they decided I didn't exist. And once you survive that, nothing else has the power to make you invisible again. When I had $0, they treated me like I didn't exist. Now I know this. Some people only see you when you become too valuable to ignore. Have you ever been invisible to someone you once trusted?